much fooling around, I finally got the 486 to work. I think. I don't know if this one works, but I turned it on, and this drive finally turned on. What I had to do is there appears to be two controllers in here. One right here, which is a plain Jane one, and then the creative one. So what I did is I plugged the data drive into the creative one on the secondary IDE channel, and the primary IDE channel on this one I plugged this hard drive into, and I got it to show up in the BIOS. It turns on in that. I don't know if this one will work though, but we're gonna see. This is the first boot. See, now that comes on. But if all goes well, we'll see what's on this thing. I do know it has Windows 95 because I checked the WinVer. See there. Primary master hard disk. Now I don't know what it's gonna say for this though. Primary slave HDD error. So we have yet to do some more fixing, but let's see this thing. And let's check in the floppy drive. Starting Windows 95. I guess it didn't turn off normally last time. Yeah, I believe we have 256 color. Whoa. 256 colors for a video card. I wasn't expecting much out of it because it's a Trident video card, so it looks like we've got 256. Because you can see the lines there. But I was expecting 16 to 256, but my friend said that his grandpa, which was the original owner of this, and who's actually been passed away, or however you want to say that, for a while now, but the original owner of this system, there was other computers, but this was the best one they had, and apparently he was really into computers, and this was the best one he built, and I can tell because for 1994 we have a CD drive, zipper jazz, or I'm not sure, two floppy disks, two hard drives, and for 1994 or even 95, 426 is pretty big. That's like 500, no, I want to say about a terabyte today maybe, or maybe 500 gigs. But yeah, it is quite slow at booting up even on turbo mode. It's a 486 though, as I said. I don't know how fast it is. I haven't figured that much out yet. But even colors for 1994, that was 256 was a pretty, like, that was new. From at least from what I know, 256 was probably a pretty good color for that time. I guess if you were lucky you had, well, I didn't even know if they had 16-bit back then. But there's a lot of things in here, as you can tell. So I'm going with the assumption that this creative thing is not working. Maybe it needs memory or something. This expansion bus, it just does not work. Now, I don't know what's up with this thing. It's quite slow though. I'll give it that. Still going. But yeah, this was a luxury computer back then, basically. It was pretty top of the line. It wasn't full top of the line, but it was pretty top of the line. Let's see, I don't have a mouse I can use, unfortunately, because I didn't get the mouse with this, and it needs a serial mouse. Yeah. But I do have a keyboard that works with the really old keyboard thing, so that's good. But yeah, this thing's quite slow, and the primary boot drive doesn't even have that much on it. Just a few programs. And as I said, we have turbo on. This is a 486 attempting to run Windows 95. And I mean, I imagine it did a pretty good job because this computer was in use until the original owner passed away, so, which was about 1997 or 98, so To think that somebody was using a 486 whenever, oh, well, too bad. Whenever, there was Pentium 2s back then, which were like quadruple this speed. It's pretty cool. I guess, didn't really need anything more. But, no, we're still attempting to get in. This thing's quite slow. I wonder if it's maybe the controller, or I'm not sure. It's probably just the fact that it's a 486, though. See it right there, still flashing. There you go. So we have Netscape, Real Player. Holy crap, that's an old version of Real Player. Not all that much on here. Like I said, I already went through the files that I could find on here to get them backed up for the original, well, for the temporary owners of this system, because they wanted everything off of it. But I can't get anything off the data drive because it's not cooperating. But let's go figure out a little bit about this computer. It does look like we have 256 colors, though. Well, apparently we have a lot of programs on here. I'm not going to show the rest because that's kind of personal, but they don't tell us how fast it is. It just shows 80486 and then 16 megs of RAM. We do have some issues though, although nothing new. The CD, I didn't have it plugged in. Serial mouse I don't have, so it's kind of a bit pointless to own something like this, I guess. But let's see. What are we dealing with in terms of sound? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not good at working on a keyboard. Sound Blaster 16. Pretty cool. I've actually never owned a Sound Blaster 16, but my dad did at one point. NASCAR screensaver. That's a bit of an interesting choice. One thing that confuses me is I never know if turbo is actually on because the turbo button does not appear to be installed properly. The turbo button is technically set to off, but the light is on. When I push it on, the light comes off. And then look, this thing is suddenly soaring past the NASCAR screensaver, so I don't know if the turbo button is installed properly. Maybe it isn't. But I was right, we have 256 colors, and I don't think we're going to get any higher than that. Hold on. What? Oh, I hate this thing. Stupid fucking keyboard, eh? Yeah, that's as high as we're going to get, see? 16 color, 250, stupid phone. That's all we have. So we're not going to get any higher than that. Anyways, I'm going to work on getting the second drive to come on, but I just found that kind of interesting. I finally got it to work, and I was right, there is only 256 colors.